Horror Fam to HHN 365, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. As always, my name is Mike, and I'm here with my co-host Duff.
Hey, guys.
And our producer, Niko.
Hey, howdy, hey.
You can always find us at Twitter and Instagram at HHN365 and leave us a voicemail at 407-906-3405. On today's show, we will be kicking off our second annual HHN Trivia Challenge, and we're going to be playing a fun game.
Oh, I am excited for both of these because I don't have to participate. I just get to host both, and that's great. No pressure, baby.
Before we get to it, we do have some news and rumors. We have a few. We have to get a little bit serious first, because if you've been following what's been going on this week, we have to talk about it.
We definitely have to talk about it. You may have seen on our Twitter, we have talked about it for a couple days. All we did is talk about that and not theme parks or HHN. We lost a bunch of followers and also gained a bunch. So thanks for joining us because of that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But we had a net loss of followers, and basically I don't care. Goodbye.
Yeah. How many did we end up losing?
I think it was about 15-ish that we lost, and then we gained, I believe, 11. So about a net of -4.
I don't even count this as talking as like politics, because this is, I mean, was it politics when you talked about 9/11? Something like that? Because I feel like that is what this was. Like, yes, there is politics behind it, but they crossed a line that is no longer red versus blue or Trump versus anyone else. Like, this is terrorism. Like, what happened is it's plain and simple. Even if you were a Trump supporter, I think most people think what happened is terrorism.
You say most of them think. I don't know if that's true, my friend.
I mean, you should. I can't fathom. I can't fathom.
I don't. It's really hard to put into words because it's tough to see how the other side could think anything positive of it. Really, like how you cannot just go, wow, they just like breached the fucking Capitol, a place of government business, while government was taking place. Had zip ties. Some of them were armed. They killed a cop. Some of them died for it, and it's like. Yeah, but you see, you guys didn't complain when BLM was rioting, and these people are just kind of upholding our Constitution against an unfair election. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Seriously, this cannot be debated at all. If you are saying, or you're defending this in any way, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Turn this podcast off and unfollow us, block us, whatever right now, because you're a
Okay.
I'll bleep that part.
I cannot stand Matt Gaetz. Cannot stand him. But the only thing that I would do to counteract him is vote against him. Like, I would never fathom kidnapping him or marching towards the Capitol, chanting, "Hey, hang Matt Gaetz." Like, that is just. You have crossed the line if you think that is a way to handle someone that you are politically opposed to.
Yeah, like I'll go to downtown Orlando and yell outside Rubio's office, but I'm not going to put on a mask and have pre-made zip ties ready to kidnap him. That's insane. Like, that is not protected by the First Amendment, no matter what you think. Like, committing an act of terrorism and using hate speech in this sort of way, inciting the crowd, saying like, I'm going to come and kill you, is not protected by the First Amendment, no matter how many people on Twitter or Parler say.
Yeah.
And across most of this past year, one thing that has been a focus has been, look at all the privilege in this country, right? White privilege being the main one. And look at how true it is after this.
Yes.
These people thought they could fucking just march into the fucking Capitol with fucking weapons. It would appear you had the intent to harm government officials. They thought they could do that. Go to their hotel after.
Up here, they were chanting it.
Have some drinks. Have some drinks in the bar at your hotel. Go in for a dip in the pool or hot tub or whatever the fuck you're doing, and then just fly home like it's no fucking problem. Well, no, you're all facing fucking capital charges or federal charges, and I couldn't be happier that that's actually happening, because I did have concerns that we'd only see a couple people charged, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, well the main people got in trouble, so you don't have to worry about it. We handled it." But again, like, go back to the privilege that they have, that never did it cross their mind that this was like a bad thing they were doing. You know, like, I can't get in trouble for this. Whereas anyone else, they try to do this, they're shot before they enter the fucking building.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
insane. I think we should probably wrap it up, because we could sit here and talk about it for hours, but we felt like we had to at least get it off our chest. And yeah, I guess if you can donate, this is the time to unsubscribe. Like,
and I think we've made it clear before that you already should, if you're kind of on the side of this is okay.
Yeah.
But like he said, we are not going to take a whole episode to do this and talk about it for hours.
No.
If this episode came out last week, we probably would have either done that or just taken the week off a theme park content podcast, because that's unnecessary. But we actually, me and Niko, well, Niko's always on the show, but I joined Niko and the Diz Referee on the Diz Referee podcast, and we literally did spend over an hour talking about this. So yeah, go listen to that, and you can hear more of what I think. But I think I summed it up pretty well for you guys right now.
Yeah, that's a good Reader's Digest version of what you're doing.
Right.
But yeah, so we are still going to have our regular show this week, but we felt that we could not progress without talking about this first.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a little bit of more news also.
We do. So we did talk about, and this is happier. Hey guys, look, we're happy again.
Happy.
It's gonna be happy.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun show. So if you made it this far and you didn't turn it off or unsubscribe, you're about to have a really good show, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of games. But anyways, the stream that we told you guys about before, that we're gonna be working with some other podcasters and content creators, has a name. We're calling it Winter Blunderland, a night for charity. And we still don't have all the details for you. We basically have everything worked out. We're waiting to finalize everything, and we're going to drop that all to you. It's going to be games, original content from some of your favorite creators in the theme park community. And this is going to be to raise money for Cast Member Pantry. And then since this is taking place in February, we're also going to do toward a charity that is appropriate for Black History Month. We haven't decided which one yet. If you have any suggestions and you feel really passionate about any of those organizations, please send them our way and we'd consider them.
Absolutely. And what is the day that we have in mind?
That is February 6th.
Perfect. So
mark your calendars.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars for that. More details to follow, but now we have a name and a date.
Yep. So we're excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you get to help some people impacted in our community, and then just help people in general.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So let's just hop into our first segment of the show. And that is going to be our first trivia segment of the year. We're going to try to make this an annual thing. We have made slight changes to the format that we did last year. We have decided to expand it to 16 contestants with 4 each time, leading up to one winner each week to a final 4 Jeopardy style like we did last year. Right, Duff?
Yep, that's absolutely right, Mike. I'm really excited. This was one of my favorite things that we did last year, and which means it's one of the favorite things that we've ever done on this podcast. So I'm pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We are going to go a little bit harder this time, right, Duff?
I think last time through the early rounds, we found that maybe some of our questions were too easy, and we could have gone a little bit harder on people. And I think some of the questions I'm throwing in are a little tough. There are a few. I don't want to call them softballs because they're not like the most obvious answer in the world that anyone could get. But if you're a diehard HHN fan, there's going to be a few that like you'll know for sure, like without a doubt. But some of these are going to be pretty tough. So I'm excited to see how everyone handles it today.
All right. Well, who is our first contestant, Duff?
So, fun thing that we are doing is we're bringing back the 4 finalists from last year. Mike, did you know that?
I did know that. I am excited.
Of course you did. And we thought it'd be fun if we kind of spread them out. They have a chance to face each other in the finals again, and we can see if that happens. There's no better way to do this than to start off our new year of trivia than by bringing in our reigning champ. You can find him on Twitter and Instagram at Brom_Daniels. That's Dan. How's it going, Dan? Thanks for coming back.
Going great. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Of course. It must be pretty exciting to try to defend your title.
It is. But it's nerve-wracking too. So
I bet. I think the most pressure is probably on you at this point.
It's a lot. I'm trying to handle it as best I can, but we'll get there.
Hey, think about it. We missed HHN last year, right? So if you win again, you have more drink money than you could ever need.
Good gracious. Meet me at Finnegan's, right?
We'll be there.
All right. Joining him, first time on the show. He's a big HHN fan. Shane, how's it going, Shane?
Pretty good, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And, I've noticed with trivia, sometimes people can be kind of intimidated by joining something like this. We've seen it, that we've had a lot of people message us and say, oh, I'm interested. And like, well, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that. That's a little scary to go on and kind of be tested like that. So for a first timer to come on and write in a trivia, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we ran into that a lot last year where we had a ton of people who wanted to join us. And then when it came down to it, I think people got a little bit intimidated once they heard our first or second show. And then they were like, oh, maybe not. But so it is a huge thank you for joining us on this, Shane.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And then next we have another first timer on our show, although kind of been involved in other things we have done. You've actually probably seen them dropping some HHN knowledge on social media at HHN Wiki. That would be Alex. How's it going, Alex?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you join us. I actually got to meet you and hang out with you for Beetlejuice, so that was fun. And I know you have a lot of HHN knowledge from that. So I'm excited to see how you do today.
Thank you.
And then lastly, first time on the show, you can find them on Twitter and YouTube. Their Twitter handle is at BreeSunshine97, and their YouTube is Bree Nunez. How's it going, Bree?
Hi, everything's good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Of course, it's a pleasure. And it's a pretty good group, I'd say. I'm excited about this. I think there's a lot of kind of variation on who we have. We have our reigning champ. We have first timers. We have, someone who's literally called HHN Wiki too. So you know what? I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. Well, how about we just hop right into it?
I think that'd be a fantastic idea, Mike. And then a quick outline of exactly how this will work. The players already know. But basically, first 1 to 5 correct answers will win. We are using a buzzer system. So first one to buzz in will get it. They cannot buzz in before I finish asking the question. And then they only have a 10-second timer, which we will cut them off if they have not answered by then. And that's pretty much it. So I think we can go into the first round. I think we've had everyone test their buzzers, so we know they work. This week's subject will be Carrie.
Yes.
Wow, no oohs, no ahs, no excitement. Thank you.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thanks.
And you wanted to explain it a little bit, didn't you, Duff?
Yeah, I was going to preface it with Carrie kind of has a history that doesn't have everything fully laid out and confirmed. So some of it is contested, what the actual history of Carrie is, right? We made sure that the questions we asked, while what you believe or what's unconfirmed could change maybe the semantics a bit, the base of the question is still going to be correct. So the answer is still exactly what it's going to sound like in the question, whether you think semantics or the history could be off.
Right. And some of these are Carrie or Carrie adjacent. So having something to do with Carrie.
Which we'll point out. You'll notice. Mike, you think we're ready to actually ask a question?
Yeah, let's do it.
And everyone ready? Got their buzzers on? Is everyone active in the chat? Because I know we have issues with that in the buzzer room. I'm sorry.
Yep. Everyone is currently active in the buzzer room.
All right, perfect. We will get to it. And then also quickly, I'm asking the questions. Mike will tell us who buzzed in first. All right. So our first question, kicking off 2021 HHN Trivia Challenge. Cary, Ohio was directly name dropped for the first time at which event?
Ooh, Alex.
2008 Reflections of Fear, final answer.
That is correct.
Excellent.
All right. So we're going to chalk one up for Alex to kick us off there.
All right. The buzzer should be cleared.
All right. Going into our second question. What is the name of the area of Cary, Ohio, which Shady Oak Cemetery is located?
Oh, Shane, you were a little too early.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have another buzzing?
Yep. Alex is in. Alex is in.
Was it Willamette Valley or something?
That is correct. I couldn't fully understand the enunciation of it, but it sounded extremely close. Willamette Valley.
Yeah, we're not going to get you on pronunciation. I can't pronounce Niko's name half the time, so I'm not going to fault anyone.
Yeah, we don't have a panel of judges that are slightly off screen that we stare at.
No, I'm just calling it how I see it. All right. So wow, Alex.
That is 2 for Alex. Yep.
Yeah.
Niko, if you want to end every question with an update on score, that would be fantastic because I can't see it looking at questions. All right. And on to our third question. Nicknamed The Blade, what is the name of the serial killer featured in Afterlife Death's Vengeance?
Dan is in first.
I know I'm going to mispronounce it, but Bobby the Blade Galetta?
That is correct.
Correct.
Excellent.
Gala something.
All right, Dan, you are on the board. Dan has 1. Alex has 2. Shane and Bree are at 0.
And that is Galetta with the
Galetta. Thank you.
You pronounced it right at one point. So, and we're not doing
It was
pronunciation.
close enough either way. All right. So our fourth question. Based on what we eventually learned about Cary, what was the first HHN house to take place in the township?
Shane is first.
This is Legendary Truths, the Wind Out of State.
That is incorrect.
Bree, you are in next.
Is it Scream House?
Scream House is correct.
Awesome. Good job, Bree.
All right,
Bree is on the board.
now on the board. Yep.
So as we just established, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Dan has 1, Bree has 1, Alex has 2, Shane, you're still at 0.
As we established a couple questions ago, Shady Oak Cemetery is in Willamette Valley, which is in Cary, Ohio. Going on to our fifth question. Which soundstage had its final HHN appearance hosting Double the Cary?
No one is buzzed in yet. Oh, Shane is in first.
22.
That is incorrect.
Dan, you are second.
Is it 19?
That is incorrect.
Alex.
20.
Alex, that is correct. Soundstage 20. Thank you. Soundstage 20 hosted Dead End in Cary, Ohio, and Gothic in Cary, France in HHN 22.
All right, that brings Alex up to 3. Dan has 1, Bree has 1, and Shane, you're still sitting at 0.
All right, I think we're getting this structure down, Niko. We got it this time.
There you go.
All right.
Our next question. What are the 2 newspapers based out of Cary that we know of?
No one has buzzed in yet.
And I have 2 more seconds if anyone tries to get in.
Nope.
All right. So the answer to this one would be the Cary Truth, which we would have saw in Afterlife Death Vengeance, and the Cary News, which we saw in the facade of the greatest house of all time, Lunatic's Playground 3D.
All right.
All right, moving on to the next one.
That was sarcasm, I see.
That is what we call sarcasm in business, my friend.
I was like, I don't remember that being in
Niko's just trying to keep up with. He's like, wait, is this a good one or a bad one?
He's like, I feel like they've shit on this one before. All right, next question. This one is near and dear to my heart, and I kept it pretty easy because if this wasn't answered correctly, I'd be upset. What was the name of the photographer in HHN 18's Dead Exposure?
Alex is in first.
Charlie McPherson.
Charlie McPherson is correct.
Excellent.
All right, Alex, you're at 4.
Alex, you're one away from winning. Guys,
away from winning.
You need to prevent this. All right, and the next question. Carrie's TV station, WKNB, could be found on which channel?
Dan is in.
Channel 21.
Channel 21 is correct.
Good job, Dan.
All right, Dan, you're up to 2 now.
And?
Oh, and Shane is at 0, and Freeze at 1. Alex, you still are 1 point away from winning.
Next question. Midnight Mayhem host, HR Blood and Guts, real name is blank.
Oh, Alex, you were a little too early. I'm sorry. I don't know. Well, because he buzzed in.
You got to call it, man.
Okay, so he buzzed in, said is, and then you said blank, but he buzzed in the slight pause where you said is. So I'm going to count it because that does seem like you are done with the question. So okay, Alex, go ahead.
That's your call.
Larry Kurtzberg.
That is correct.
Excellent.
Wow, and that is it. Alex hit 5.
Wow, and after 9 questions, I think we have wrapped it up, and Alex has already dethroned Dan. Dan, I'm sorry, man.
Hey, no apologies at all. I'm just happy to be here, and I'll be happy to enjoy it as a listener for a change.
We'll be happy to have you along.
Take a rest.
Yes.
However, since that was so quick, I don't want to send you all off that quickly. What do you say we just kind of go through some more trivia questions for fun?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just kind of playing for a little pride at this point. Let's move on because we have nothing else for these questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So Sam Meats made his living selling unique meat, but what else was he known to successfully sell?
I guess nobody knows it. No buzzing.
He sold Meaty Meats masks. You know, the cute, adorable, murderous mascot.
Really? So he would have had a market now.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I'd buy one. Yeah, just for fun.
I would definitely buy one.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Universal needs to sell those.
I know, right? I'd be made into meat to own one of those.
Oh wait,
but what? If you were, and then it was,
don't worry about it. Don't think about it. All right, so the next one, we're going to go to Carrie, France. In Catacombs Black Death Rising, what was the name of the exhibition?
Alex?
It was something the innocent or something. I don't remember the exact thing.
Yeah,
we would have counted that.
Correct. So I was only looking for Le Innocent. The full name is, pardon this if you speak French, La Innocente, une étude de la peste noire, which is the innocent, a study of the Black Death.
You sounded like Kenan Thompson in a bathtub there, Duff.
We would have counted basically every bit of
yeah, that's Carpo. Fucking love that show. All right, next question. HHN 20 featured several houses actually located in Cary, but which house only mentions it in passing?
Alex.
Was it Zombiegeddon?
That is correct. That's where it was mentioned in the Q video as being the first confirmed case as far as the news station knew. It was in Cary, Ohio. So good job. All right, next one. This one I think Alex is going to enjoy from recent things I've saw. What species of creatures were creeping in the sewers in the spawning?
Dan.
They were scolders.
Oh yeah, Dan, that's correct. They were scolders.
Excellent.
Sounds unpleasant.
It really does. It kind of sets it up well, right?
It does, yeah. Stinky and gross. And
all right.
Never mind.
No, go ahead. I want to hear, Niko, please.
That sounds like Mulder and Scully's like fanship name.
You're right. You could have kept that to yourself.
Yeah. It wasn't good enough here.
It's just a little disturbing. That's
yeah. This is for me.
You chose one.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. What is the name of the address of the house featured in Hive?
Shane, you are in first.
1313 Mockingbird.
That is incorrect.
Alex, you're next.
17 Hemingway Lane.
17 Hemingway.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
Anyone else want to get a shot at it? Looks like no.
Well, it was on Hemingway Lane, but it's 19 Hemingway Lane.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
So close.
All right. Our next one is going to take a little thinking back. There were 6 houses of Cary, Ohio, or France, lore that are featured in Jack Presents 25 Years of Monsters and Mayhem. Can you name 5 of them?
Alex is in first.
Oh boy. There was Havoc. No, Blown and Guts wasn't in there. Frick.
I am providing extra time for this one, by the way.
Yeah.
Havoc, Gothic, Legendary Truth, The Wyandotte Estate. I think a little Dead End was in there. Scream House. And
you have 5. Can you get the 6th?
Oh, Leave It to Cleaver.
That's all 6 of them.
Hey, good job.
Scream House, Dead End, Legendary Truth, The Wyandotte Estate, Gothic, Havoc, Dogs of War, and Leave It to Cleaver. For our next question, in HHN 22's The Legions of Horror, where was the prisoner horde from?
Alex is in first.
Cary Women's Correctional Facility.
That is correct.
Excellent.
And Alex would technically be at like 75 points by now. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, after he won, I stopped counting. All right.
Yeah. No, you didn't have to count. It ends there.
He is showing off at this point, but that is okay.
I mean, he is HHN Wiki, so.
The Vortex Tunnel, or the Revolving Tunnel, as it's also known, has been used in 3 houses that some way tie into the Cary, Ohio lore. Can you name 2 of them?
Dan, you're in first.
Dead End and Lunatic's Playground 3D.
That is correct.
The aforementioned beloved house.
So the 3D house had a vortex tunnel.
Oh yeah, they often do.
Oh my!
Not uncommon.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
So the one about this question that was a little different is there were 2 that were very obvious Cary houses, and that's Dead End and Afterlife, Death's Vengeance. Lunatic's Playground is more of where it just kind of ties into the lore because it utilizes the Cary News facade and then also includes the backstory of Havoc, Dogs of War. All right, so we only have a few questions left. This next one, what is the name of the barber shop featured in Slaughter Cinema's Barber Chop?
You're in first, Alex.
Morton Meats's.
That's correct. It's Morton Meats's Barber Shop. Man, I want Slaughter Cinema to come back in some form.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Next question. Which Cary-based houses were located in Islands of Adventure?
Oh.
Alex, you're in.
Scream House. And wait, do you need another one?
Yep, there's a couple more.
And Scream House Revisited, I guess.
One more.
I think you said it.
Oh, did he? Did I not hear it?
Yeah, he said 3. Name the 3 that you've already said.
Scream House Revisited, and All Night Dying.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I didn't hear All Night Dying. That's correct.
Yeah.
You must have cut out for me. All right, this is our last question. Going out with a bang here. Sort of, I guess. We'll see. What is the name of the man who harvests the pumpkins in Twisted Tradition?
Alex, you're in.
Ernst Meyer.
That is correct. And with 798 points, Alex is our winner.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
There you go. Good job.
Well, we were trying to make them hard.
Hey, I told you they'd probably get almost all of them right. Someone would.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I think we only had 1, or was it 2 that were completely missed? I don't remember.
I think
it wasn't a lot.
I think it was just 1.
Was it Meaty Meats Masks? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, congratulations, Alex. You are moving on to our final, which will be a fun Jeopardy style game, kind of similar to what we're doing now, but harder work on us.
Yep.
Dan, thank you for returning and attempting to retain your title. It was a valiant effort.
Always happy to be back, guys. Thank you so much for doing this again this year.
Of course, it's our pleasure. Bree, thank you so much for coming on. We had a great time.
Thank you. It was good to remember some stuff and learn new things.
Yep, that's what it is for me too. Learning. I do a lot of learning. And then Jane, of course, thank you so much for coming on. Hopefully we can have you on again.
Oh, thank you guys. It's just happy to be a part of something Horror Nights since I got none of it last year.
I unfortunately know the feeling.
No, you don't.
That's true. That's true.
we just talk about it
and experience it.
Yeah, we did get to go to. Yeah,
fair enough.
We got 3 houses in.
It existed in some. Listen. It just hurts still. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just because it was during the day.
I don't mean to sound spoiled. it hurts.
No worries, guys.
All right. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back with our second segment of the show. All right. Next, we have a fun game that Duff prepared for Niko and I.
I did. And why not play 2 games in one day?
Yeah. We love games here on the show.
Got to give Niko credit for coming up with the idea for this game. I just kind of compiled it so I can host, and you guys can have fun answering these questions. Yeah. I am going to keep score because, it's what we do. We like to have little competitive games on this podcast. It's fun. The winner gets a hug from me when I see them after COVID.
All right. After COVID. Yeah.
An after COVID hug. All right.
Yes.
I know you'll be waiting on that.
We will. Well, I will.
Is it going to be a full embrace, or is it going to be the sideways hug, or is it going to be like the bro hug?
Oh, I'm going to give you
a full embrace, man.
I'm going to give you one of those, like my son just returned from overseas.
A running hug?
Yes, correct. You don't have to run, but I'll run to you. I'll try to pick you up. We'll see how that goes, guys.
We'll film this and put this on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
When the and Instagram.
Can we have Chariots of Fire playing in the background?
Yeah. We'll get that set
up. So expect this after we get our vaccines. That's good content, right?
There we go.
Everyone wants to see that.
Coming next year.
I might grab a little ass too. We'll see how I'm feeling.
All right.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Right.
I consent. We're good.
Oh, yeah. Now I really want to win.
All right. So basically, this game is the HHN eBay game. The eBay game is something that has kind of existed already. I basically looked up different HHN items that you can find on eBay. I kind of picked either weird ones or things that are at prices that I was like, huh? Okay. And they're going to try to guess Price is Right style what the price or the cost is. I did choose all buy it now prices. There's no bid prices or anything like that. So whoever gets it closest without going over will get a point. And I do have 15 of these set up.
All right. Now, are these kind of like the average price of the item, or did you pick outliers?
So I picked, I made sure it's not like one that's like a crazy outlier.
Okay.
There are ones that I did notice have different prices, but they weren't like way off. So if something is for $500, you can't get it for 30, you know? I didn't go like that crazy. So for the most part, they are ones that it's like not the only one you can find, but like one of the best prices.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. So we're looking for like about the best price you can get the item.
But
like
that doesn't. But remember, that does not mean it's going to be what you expect it to be.
Okay. All right.
And then so the people at home do know. I'm also going to post a picture after I describe it, just for those two to see. Obviously, you guys at home can't see it, but I'm going to do my best to describe it. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory, and you'll be able to picture them.
All right. We're doing a Price is Right style, right?
Yep. Yes. Do not go over. So I expect Niko to answer one penny a lot.
No. I'm not going to do it like that. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. I expect you guys to just kind of play in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Fantastic. So our first item of the day is going to be one of those Universal Orlando annual pass holder magnets, which I'm sure you guys have seen. I think they come out quarterly or every other month, something like that. And this is the HHN 29 version. I've just posted that into the chat if you want to take a quick peek at it before guessing.
All right.
Okay.
And then
all right.
You guys can guess freely. I don't have to call your name or anything whenever you're ready.
$12.99.
All right.
I'm going to say, for on eBay, I'm going to say that this is $22.
So we have $12.99 and $22. And just so everyone at home knows, these are free for annual pass holders completely. They just go to the AP Lounge and pick them up. And on eBay, you can buy this for $29.99, which gives a point to
Whoa.
Mike. Come on, you know how theme park resellers are.
Yeah, that is true. But I was thinking
it's exclusive.
Free magnet. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling that things are going to be a lot more expensive than what they should be.
I'm just saying, don't always lean that way. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Don't always.
All right.
Good job, Mike. You got one.
What are we playing to?
We're doing 15 questions. So whoever has the most at the end, we're just going to go through all 15.
Perfect. All right, let's do it.
All right. So the next item, we're going all the way back to 1996 in HHN 6. So, obviously you're thinking that's pretty vintage, right? Well, dropping in the chat right now, I have 2 souvenir coins from HHN 6.
Oh,
you get 2 of them.
Okay, so
you got a bronze and a silver here.
And for those at home, a quick description: it is the Universal arches with the skull in the center logo that they had, and the gargoyles on the sides. And they are silver and gold coins that state Halloween Horror Nights 6 or 1996.
That's a great logo.
Were these handed out for free?
I don't believe these were free. I don't have all the info, but I don't believe they were free.
So it's something that had to be purchased.
They weren't handed out to guests consistently for free, is what I said.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I have no clue what this is going for. I imagine that it's pretty rare. I'm going to say $40.
We have a 40 from Mike.
I'm going to go. I'm not going to let what Mike said influence what I said. I'm actually going to say $34.99.
So
that's what I was originally going to say. Yeah.
I like the answers. I see the thought process, but I will say, Mike, you have to move that decimal place over on yours. 1.
$400?
Nope, you can get it for $4.
Whoa.
Yep. Only $4 for the coins from 1996.
Oh, so that's a Niko point.
That's a steal. That's nobody's
I
point.
went over as well.
We both went over. Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, we both went over. No one gets that one.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so we still got Mike up
That's
nothing.
That's
cool
yeah.
logo.
No, why?
Yeah,
Why did we buy that up?
I know, right? I should have just bought it. I'm sure it's still there. I think
give that out as a prize or something.
Yeah.
Give it out as a prize.
Yeah.
Give one out as a prize. Give one. We have our own HHN 365 challenge coin.
We did buy these up before this podcast comes out because someone's going to buy it.
I think there was a lot of them.
Were they?
So by the time you listen to this, they will all be gone. Just so you know. All right, next one. We're going to get a little more recent than 1996 and go to 2016 at HHN 26. This item is going to be one of those beautiful RIP Tour lanyards.
Oh, okay. From 26.
And that is in the chat now.
An RIP Tour lanyard from 26.
RIP Tour. At home, this does look like it's not one of those very basic ones that just say RIP Tour. It's a like HHN 26, you don't stand a chance, has chance on it lanyard.
See, this is hard for me because I would consider this trash. But I know a lot of people would not. They collect this type of thing.
People do love lanyards.
Yeah. I'm not a collector. I don't really collect things very much. So to me, this would be something that I would probably just get from the RIP Tour and then it float around my house until I finally get rid of it. So, but knowing that people collect these things, I'm going to say $15.
We have a 15.
Damn it. I was going to say that. You know what? I'm just going to take the higher then. $15.99.
Ooh, nice way to play it. And that's going to give Niko a point because you can get it for $25.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, people like lanyards, guys. It's a thing.
I don't understand it, but I respect it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're tied up 1-1. This next one, we're going to kind of go back to a coin here. This is HHN 24, and these were the medallions that were given out to the management team at HHN.
Oh,
24.
Okay.
And I have a front and back picture to show you guys. A lot of detail here.
Ooh, that's okay.
This one is a bit more detailed. The HHN 6-1 guys was just gold and silver. This one actually has colors. On the back, it has a Walking Dead zombie, and it says "End of the line." And on the front,
these are 4-color coins.
Yeah,
wow,
I actually worked 24. One of the events I actually worked.
Did you take this out of one of your manager's pockets?
Oh, I wish I did. I bet this is pretty exclusive. I'm going to guess someone's selling this for $50.
Mike says 50.
Ooh. You know, the old coin was still throwing me off there. So I think I'm going to say $15. 15.
Okay. And I kind of did this to throw you guys off with the other coins because Mike's right. These are a bit more exclusive, and it's going for $85.
Yeah.
Wow.
I figured. Yeah.
So that's a pricey medallion, my friends. And that's a pricey medallion that's going to give Mike a 2-1 lead.
There we go.
Going on to our next one. We're going all the way back again to 1994 HHN 4. This one I found to be a very interesting item to want to collect, but hey, people have their things, and that's a team member credentials lanyard.
Yeah, I see these around. I see these around.
I'm sorry, it's not. I said lanyard. It's the things that hang on the lanyard itself. So it's like an actual credential.
Yeah,
in the slot. Yeah.
It's like a badge. Like a laminated badge.
I know Niko enjoys the logo on the back. It is, again, the like smoke skull in the universal arches. And on the front, it basically is just Horror Nights logo, event staff, basic.
All right, Niko, you got to go first on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go first on this one. I'm going to actually say $51.99.
We have $51.99 for some Credentials from Niko.
I'm gonna go a little bit higher, and I'm gonna say $60.
And we have 60. Well, guys, guess what? You can have this for a steal of only $35.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand why you would want to collect this, at least for that price. If it was a few dollars, sure. I get it.
This is like $15 range, right? I would say.
If it was mine, that would be really cool and I'd like to keep it. But buying someone else's team member credentials, just for something, if it was more exclusive, maybe.
It's really old.
I don't see. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. It's old, but I don't see the value in it. If you collect credentials, all you. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
All right. There's at least probably 172 others out there.
Yeah.
It says 173 on there.
I'm sure. So this next one I thought would be kind of fun because it's something we've talked about on the show before, and it's something that was very recent that we talked about it on eBay actually, and that is the Midnight Syndicate Halloween Horror Nights vinyl that sold at the tribute store this past year.
Oh.
How much are they trying to get you to buy that for on eBay? And this was the cheapest one I found, by the way. A hint.
Currently, this is the...
Yes.
All right. I'm going to say $150.
Ooh, right, oh.
And this, I believe, retailed for 50, I think.
Okay.
That's not definite. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was 50.
And it was this year. 35. I'm gonna guess
what?
$100.
Well, you can have mine for $100 maybe, but for this one you can get it for $299.95.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a point for Niko.
I was thinking 300. That was actually the number I was thinking that it was going to be, but I thought it was. I was like, I'm going to play it a little low.
And I believe price has held pretty steady. I think that's what it had been selling for almost immediately.
Exactly.
So they're keeping the market pretty steady there. But that's a pretty good profit for whoever does that.
Yeah.
If you're one of the people who bought a bunch of them, that's kind of fucked up because a lot of people wanted them and couldn't get there. But
yeah,
you know what you're doing.
You got to make your money somehow.
I don't hate, but I also question.
Yeah.
Hey, there should be limits on that. Make your money.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, we're going to go to another UOAP exclusive. You know how they give out those magnets? Well, they also give out buttons, and those are monthly.
Oh no.
My favorite one is the Jaws one. Have you guys seen the Jaws one? I love it. So good.
I don't know if I've seen the Jaws one.
But anyways, there was one in 2018 that says, it's all red, and it just says, I'm dying to visit Cary, Ohio. Ooh.
I like this. I like how simple it is.
I thought this was appropriate for this episode, by the way.
Yeah, very appropriate.
I like how simple it is. I really like this one.
Here, guys, look at the vinyl, just so you remember how beautiful it is.
And it's just a button?
Yes, just a button. Just a simple button.
$25.99.
$25.99. Okay.
This was from 2018?
2018, correct.
I'm going to go a little bit lower. I think Niko might be a little high. I'm going to do $20.
Well, while you think Niko might be a little high, I think whoever's selling this was high as they've posted it at $139.99.
What?
Jesus Christ.
And Niko just got a point. Oh.
And looking on eBay, you don't really have much better deals for this button. So sorry.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So I think Niko has kind of pushed out in front here at the 3-2.
I think so. Yeah,
I will need to start collecting those buttons then, because I don't like the buttons. So I guess I'll collect them.
I guess so.
Oh,
you can wait a couple years and you can make $150.
You never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well. How many times can you go and get them?
You can only get it once. They scan your ID or your pass.
Oh, they scan your ID. Okay. But I could take my wife's pass or my daughter's pass, right?
Correct. I think they have to be there to pick it up, though.
They have to
but it's
develop it.
only during Halloween Horror Nights. Do they give it up?
No. They give out the monthly buttons until they run out for the month.
Okay, so
There's just a new one every month.
Mm-hmm.
It's every month of the year.
All
right. So we're going to go back a little further once again to HHN 11. And I really like this item. It's a pin. I'm not a pin collector. This one is cool because if you remember anything about HHN 11, it was supposed to be Eddie's year and all the marketing went towards Eddie. So it's this lovely chainsaw. But wait till you see this next picture. The chainsaw can be moved up and down.
I like this.
So
I'm not a pin guy either, but I like this.
It says Halloween Horror Nights XI 11, 2001 Universal Studios, and there is a chainsaw that lays on top that you can move up and down.
That's pretty dope.
And it's Eddie merch in a year he really didn't get to exist like he should have. So really cool to me. Oh, we'll see how much it is and if I'd actually pay for it.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead, Niko.
I'm gonna go for the joke, $69.99, because I think it's around that price. I think it's around that price, though.
I think he's lowballing it.
Can you play your excellent for that?
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. $69.99.
Excellent.
There we go.
I'm gonna do 70 even because I think he's I think he's low. I think this is over $100.
Well,
but I'm gonna do 70. I'm gonna say 70 because
your thinking is correct, Mike, but your guess wasn't right. You'll get the point though, because it's $89.99.
Yeah.
Oh, I was close.
I was close. I said I thought it was around 100. So.
Yep. But yeah, so if you want that pin, it's on eBay for $90, and there's actually several of them in that price range. So that's actually
I really like it. I wouldn't pay that, but I do like it.
Oh, I'd never pay $90 for a pin.
No. I guess if I was rich, but
if I had fuck you money, I'd buy everything that's like retro HHN, to be honest. So this next one, we're going into a little bit different territory of how to look at things. You remember those glasses they had for the icons this past year at the tribute store? Do you remember that the director one had a misprint where they did not call him Paolo Ravinsky? They called him Paolo Ravisky.
Ravisky, yes.
Well, of course, that is currently on eBay. How much do you think it's going for?
These were not around for very long, were they? They were.
The misprints didn't last they lasted longer than I expected, but they didn't last long. I think just a couple days, maybe.
Firing from the hip at $99.99.
$99.99. All right.
I'm not a big misprint guy, but I know a lot of people are. I actually, the one thing I do collect is glasses. I'm gonna guess. I think Niko's over. I'm gonna guess $50.
Well, guys, guess what? This is a fucking steal for a misprint at $22.99.
Oh no, I'm over.
So that's a no.
I should have done. I should have done $1. I knew Niko was over.
You're trying to play to the spirit of the game, and I am. You just lost a point because.
Oh man,
damn it!
I
would think a rare misprint. I thought the glasses were a little bit more. I guess maybe because it was this year.
Yeah,
and
probably.
How much do the glasses usually retail for? Usually,
I think they were 15.
15, yeah.
So really, only 7 over. That's wow. That's really not that much of headroom. You might be,
and I know people love.
She might be giving rid of there.
People love misprints, and HHN tends to have a lot of them.
Yeah, they do.
So that might actually knock the market down for HHN misprints because you're going to get it next year anyways. With
something.
All right, so this next one, something I like to collect, but I've never paid for to collect. I just do it myself. But I don't do it for HHN for some reason. Maybe I should start. And that's going back to HHN 28 and the guide maps. This specific one, however, isn't just a guide map. It's a pack of 25 of them. How much do you think you have to pay to get 25? Why do you want 25? HHN 28 maps.
Why? Whoa! Why would you buy that? I'm I'm guessing $10.
Okay.
I'm gonna say $12.
All right. So we have 10 and 12. Guys, I'm gonna blow your minds. If you buy like one of these, I saw you can get it for a few bucks. But if you want them in quantity like this, you're gonna drop $50.
What?
So $2 per
$2 a map. Well, okay, $2 a map.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's a point for Niko.
That is a point for Niko. And Niko jumps out to a 4-3 lead.
I mean, I was guessing at $1. To be honest, I thought it was in the quantity it was going to be $1 a map, because usually maps for the parks like that usually go between $1 to $2. So I was thinking around like $1.50, especially if it's
makes sense until you put it into a quantity like this.
God dang, $50 for the thank you.
Yeah. So if you actually want this, just go buy it for like $2 to $3 on eBay, because that's exists.
I mean, if you're a Stranger Things fan, then yeah, and if you really like 28, or say
but the thing
you're running some sort of content,
it's not even a good map. It's like I get if you like Stranger Things, sure, but it's like a very bland map where it just says Halloween Horror Nights and then has like a framed Horror Nights picture with a completely black background. It's pretty lame.
I think we're in a gray area too, where I think this is like kind of skeezy to grab up and then sell, because this is if you were sitting there just grabbing stacks of them and putting them in your bag, like, and then to then go sell them later, like every time you go, you just get a stack of them to then sell them 2 years later at $50 for a 25 pack. Like,
I have less of a problem with this because they are not limited, and you grabbing a bunch of these didn't actually negatively affect anybody. Whereas you taking an LE 500 vinyl and grabbing as many as you possibly could, you actually took it from people who wanted it and prevented them from getting it. This, like, no one missed out on their map because you grabbed a bunch of these.
Yeah, I mean, someone potentially could if you go to an empty rack and there's none there because the guy before just grabbed
so many of them, and there's people just handing them out. There are exceptions to this rule, because there are actually guide maps, like on anniversary dates where they do only one day. Yes, those, if you grab like 100 of those, usually they don't let you because they hand them out. But if you grab like a bunch of those, and people are trying to collect those on the day of, that's pretty sleazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I guess this is some cheap way to make some money. Is just bring a backpack and fill it with maps.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I guess so.
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to move on, and we're going back to HHN 26, actually. Another piece of chance merch. And really, this is a pretty simple one. It's just the zip hoodie for HHN 26.
All right.
On the front had the standard HHN 26 logo. And on the back had the larger, like, chance face logo for the event.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Pretty hideous. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I didn't love the merch this year. I'll be honest. I liked some of Chance's, the way she was implemented. I didn't like the base logo at all. Like, I thought it was, ugh.
It kind of looks like an Evanescence logo.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
$59.99.
Ooh, no, Niko, you are way too low. But hoodies,
it's probably retailed around $60 to $65.
I was gonna say hoodies run around $60 to $65 retail.
The logo,
I will say a lot of basic shirts and sweatshirts and shit do depreciate and actually don't.
Yeah, that's kind of where. That's why.
I understand your thinking. I'm not saying that's the case, or I'm not leading you guys towards anything. I am just pointing out that is something that happens. People buy this stuff.
And you said $50,
and it actually depreciates.
You said $50, Niko?
$59.99 is what.
Oh, $59.99. Okay, I'll do 60 even.
Oh, now Mike's playing to win now. Well, you might be surprised to see this one didn't depreciate at all and actually jumped up to $99.95.
Yeah, I would have guessed about $100.
So I'm glad I gotta be honest. If I was guessing, I would have went more Niko's route, because stuff like this that's not limited and isn't like too old, typically depreciates a little bit. You could get a bit of a discount of what you would have got like 4 years ago. But nah, not in this case. And this was actually like the best example I could find of it on eBay too. So clearly, Chance merch is really in demand.
Yeah, I would have said 75. That would have been my guess. Like actual straight on.
So this next one I'm going to do is one of my favorite kind of collectibles. It's those random kind of like promo type things that you can find all over the place. But this one isn't just one of the ones you can find all over the place. It's one of the promo, like it's a poster, you could say, that was found at Bayliner Diner promoting HHN and also giving you Bayliner Diner, the diner at Cabana Bay, their schedule during HHN. And this was last year's HHN 29.
Oh, okay. And it's a magnet or a flyer?
It's like, I don't know if it's a magnet. It's like a poster size.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be like magnetic. I don't know.
And this was like something that someone ripped off a wall?
I mean, people usually get their hands on this kind of stuff afterwards.
But it was like it was not something that was handed out. It was just something that was
the way
it was not produced as merchandise in any way.
Okay.
It was produced as a promo. Yeah. Right. It's a promo board that gives the schedule for Bayliner Diner. And these things tend to just be given out to or sold even at like second hand shops after the events are over.
Okay. Yeah. Again, something that I consider trash. I'm going to say people do like this stuff though. $75.
All right.
Yeah, way too low. $15.
So, I'm gonna have to meet in the middle there. It's about 45. Well, it's not about. It is $45 on eBay.
Oh, Niko won it.
So that's another point for Niko.
So yeah, from what I've seen with this is like signs like here. If I kind of have to subtract it from the Disney tax because I don't really see Universal merch and stuff like this as much as I see like Disney merch at like conventions and other stuff. Stuff like this is really weird. It's like $75 and like that. But usually if it's Universal, you kind of either split it in half and that's kind of the number you get at. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
And then these things are weird too because some of them you could pick up for like $2, and like you said, some of them can go for closer to $100. I really enjoy these kind of items in the secondhand market, and I actually like some of them. I don't like this one specifically, but some of them are pretty cool, and I'd like to own, and I have owned in the past. So,
yeah.
This next one, definitely tough for me to have guessed. I wouldn't have guessed how much this would have cost. So, you can take that as a hint. We're going back to HHN 26 again. This time, the repository, which was the fun little escape room interactive weird house.
It was VR too, right?
VR as well. Correct. They gave out these little badges of different colors for like what team you were on, I guess. I don't really remember. But there's a whole lot of them sold on eBay. It's 4 different ones. You have the orange, purple, white, and blue. They're all the same logo, and they have basic solid colored lanyards.
And this is pack of 4, right?
Pack of 4.
I'm going to do $25.
25.
50.
50? Mm-hmm. Wow. Guys, you can save a lot of money if you go to eBay and buy it for $9.
Ooh.
Wow.
So I knew they would be cheap, but I didn't think they would be that cheap.
Yeah, I didn't know how to look at this one. It was an experience that's only happened once. And it's the actual, it was an upcharge experience as well. That's the only way you could get these badges. So I didn't know if people would see it as like, repository shit or, I could get repository shit.
If the lanyard was actually like, had repository on it, then maybe I would say that now that I reflect on it, that means, because it's
people did not like the repository. It was a flop for sure.
Most people felt they wasted their money on the experience.
Yeah. Has a bad reputation for sure.
I got to go with Niko. I think if it had actual lanyards that were designed for the event where it said the repository or something along those lines, it would be a lot more valuable and a lot cooler. But these being just like, they're like the stringy, solid color lanyards. That's pretty whack. But we're going into the final 2 questions tied at 4.
Okay.
Please don't tie, guys. Please don't tie.
Well, you have to give us both a hug.
Shit. Next one, we're gonna go.
Maybe we both stand there and you have to do like a group hug.
We can have a group hug. I gotta grab 2 asses.
You got 2 hands.
Double fisted.
Oh, baby. Actually, if you guys want to tie it, that'd be great. All right. So this next one, we're going to go back to HHN 5 in 1995. So a nice retro item. And it's another promotional poster. But this one is more the ones that you would just kind of find around anywhere, whether it be hotels or whatever. Just a basic logo from HHN 5 with the Crypt Keeper on the front,
wow!
and describing some of the features of what Halloween Horror Nights is. According to this promo poster, $22 to get in.
Whoa! It has the old Ticketmaster logo and it has the old Pepsi logo on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
I love HHN 5. This is the year that I like when I think back of all the old years. HHN 5 is the one that I really wish that I had gone to.
Yeah, I would have loved the opportunity.
Right? They have the Crazy Ash Lagoon show, and
I believe I was 3, so that wasn't going to happen.
Well, I would have been. When was HHN? It was 95.
Yeah,
I would have been 8 years old. So I actually was going to haunted events at that age. I've said on the show before. I believe my first haunted house, I was 6 years old. So I could have gone to this if
I think we need to do an episode on this one. I'm looking at like what's here. Rock of Ages, Dance to the Tombs of Rock's Immortal Dead Friends.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show before. Excellent
Dead Venture. Yeah, I think we might need to do a deeper dive into 5.
Yeah, Niko, if you like that, you need to look at the first HHN where there were like 40 different shows and experiences, basically.
Yes.
So you should look into that if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yes. They have some crazy ass shows back in the early days.
Man. This is throwing me off. Is this framed or no? I can't. No, it's not framed.
No, it is. I looked at it very close.
Okay.
It's like
I can
the frame.
see. It's
it came in and like the cheap
yeah, it's. You can buy like this frame for like you buy this frame.
You can buy it at IKEA for like $2.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna guess
an IKEA frame.
But it's like it looks like it's the original from 95 though, so that's cool.
I'm gonna guess first on this one, but Mike has to guess first on the next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot out $75.99.
Ooh,
$75.99. All right.
Is Niko gone over? I think Niko's gone over. I'm gonna do 1 penny.
Mike going for the win, but instead giving a point to Niko because guys, this is on eBay for $499.99.
Oh,
$500.
I was thinking it was 100. I was thinking 100, 110 is what I was. Wow. I mean,
sir,
for sure, it's in great condition, and it ticks a lot of boxes for something like that. Like it's old enough and cool enough to be.
It is one of those things that you could.
It does tick a lot of boxes for sure.
Do I understand why you'd pay $500 for it? Not really, but knowing how this market works, I could see why.
It's something that I would actually collect, and if I would collect it, most people would collect it because I don't collect most things. So
it's just one of those things that's so badass.
Yeah,
it's really cool. That's one of the coolest like HHN things I've seen.
There was the old days had some badass shit like this, guys.
Bring back the yellow text. Bring it back. Come on. I don't want to see the red text anymore.
They did.
I love
this year. Yeah, this year
I love my 99 and 2000 shirts that I bought this year from the tribute store because of that fucking yellow text. It looks so good, so good.
All right, last one.
Anyway, this is your chance to tie it, and I gotta grab ass on both.
Get a grab.
All right, so this one is actually kind of near and dear to heart. because one, I own the item, and I own this item because of the event it was. This is from HHN 27 in the final year of Bill and Ted, their farewell. Remember how they had a little line of merch, right? Well, this is the mug.
Ooh, okay.
Just for a little info for Niko specifically, this was not a limited item. It was available the entirety of the year.
The whole time.
And I don't know if it ever even sold out. So it's not like some crazy limited item. It's just something they sold that just happens to be commemorating the end of a fan favorite show. And then for everyone at home, it's awesome. Bill and Ted sitting on top of the phone booth, the typical logo where they're sticking their arms up, and it says "Farewell, dudes." And then has the Bill and Ted Excellent Halloween Adventure logo on the other side.
All right, I'm going to go first because Niko went first last time. I'm going to say $35.
$35 at a mic there.
That's very good. I'm going to say $27.99.
And for the win or the tie, this item can be found on eBay for an even $40, giving Mike the tie.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
Oh,
congratulations.
Oh, here you go.
But you guys know I wouldn't let you off that easy, and we're going to have a winner today. So I'm just really quickly hopping on.
Some little time music there.
I'm not going to let you off that easy, and someone's going to win. So I'm really quickly just going to hop on eBay, pick an item, and whoever's closest, whether you go over or not, is going to win.
Okay.
Oh, my.
And I'm just going to do a really quick glance real quick. And I think the item I'm going to go with, I'm going to keep it kind of what we just did. And this is going to be strictly the buy it now price. It is and I'm going to give you the listing name because I always like how they list stuff like this. It's a rare Halloween Horror Nights coffee cup, Universal Orlando HHN. What this really is from HHN 25, the mug that has Jack's face like emboldened across the entire thing. And it really wasn't rare, Niko. Don't listen to that comment. It's just
Can you quickly
hold on.
the picture?
1 second. I will. All right. So while I do this, if you guys kind of want to discuss what you think about mugs, it's the pretty much standard event mug.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't collect the coffee mugs.
Is it a mug like the Bill and Ted mug, or is it more of like a Yeti style cup?
No, like a coffee mug, like the Bill and Ted one.
Like the Bill and Ted.
Oh, okay. So it is like that one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, coffee mugs. I know it's a fun tchotchke thing, but they just take up so much space in the counter, and you can only have so many.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. They're not stackable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like. Oh, okay. It's like the pop. Like
the texture. It pops out. The texture pops out.
Yeah. No, this is the. I do not like this type of thing here.
Oh, I hate it. But people do like this stuff, and it was popular for a while, especially in the theme park community. So you can go over if you'd like. Whoever's closest wins.
I remember this type of stuff around this time. People loved this type of mug here.
Can you repeat?
$57.99.
Okay.
That's the buy it now price. $57.99.
Yeah, I think Niko's pretty close, but is he over or is he under? I'm going to say Niko is over, and I'm going to do 1 penny.
Being over is okay. He's allowed to go over.
Okay.
For this one.
Okay, so you're right.
Make sure somebody wins.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, yeah, the way I did that, and someone would have won.
Well, yeah, we know who it would have been because you picked a penny.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, not definitely,
closest to it. Closest, so 50. I'm gonna do. In that case, I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna do $60.
60.
Yeah.
My friends, for the win, this beautiful Jack mug from HHN 25 that has the horrible textures that none of us want can be bought right now on eBay for $49.99, and that means go get some slap ass.
I'll get some slap ass. Woo!
Niko wins.
Yeah, buddy.
So, Niko, you can say you won an HHN competition now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Yeah.
You did.
How does it feel? Like, do you feel like you're actually like part of an HHN podcast now that you finally like showed your?
I felt like I've been part of an HHN podcast for a while.
Okay.
I think the Sinful Island escapades from last week showed that.
I think it might have showed like never mind. Congratulations, Niko. You get a hug.
Awesome.
That will record on video and who knows when.
Yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
maybe
we'll
one
have
day.
to do this.
We can do it. We'll probably wait a while, but yeah, I think this is something that could be brought back because eBay updates all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot more stuff too.
Oh, there's so much stuff. There's unlimited pages.
But no cheating, no research.
No, I'm not gonna tell you when it's happening. I'm just gonna slam it in the episode one day.
Oh no!
I will have to admit that I somehow stumbled upon the little Moldomatics from that you could find in the tribute store. Like those were selling for like $20.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually almost used that.
Yeah. The Christmas ones too. We're selling I have them floating around my house because my daughter likes them. Yeah, you can sell those for like $20.
That's insane. I don't understand at all.
Yeah.
But hey, if people are going to pay for it, go for it.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for this show. We will be back next week for our second round of trivia and then some other segment.
Oh, actually, it's going to be a fun segment that we won't talk about yet, but you're going to like it. It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
We have it planned.
Look at us planning in advance.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since we've been doing it, but that's okay.
Things are changing. We're getting back on track.
We're getting back on track. In the swing of things again. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. You can, as always, catch us on our social media at Twitter and Instagram at HHN365 and leave us a voicemail. Tell us what you thought about the show. Tell us what you thought about the trivia. If you want to talk about any of the news or anything like that too, leave us a voicemail at 407-906-3405 and we'll see you in the streets.